What is our format? We are like recording stuff.
Yes, So we are starting to record now.
Mhm.
Welcome everyone. Hello. My apologies for being a couple of minutes behind. I am a lady named Pearl, and you are tuned into an edition of Model Talk Tuesdays. So I met this beautiful model at Majorca. Yes, at Majorca grand opening. When was that, Albina? On the 15th. On the 15th. So 2 weeks ago. And I've been following her Instagram page. She has done New York Fashion Week. She's doing so many amazing things. So I wanted to interview Albina, and I hope you students gain something from her. So Albina, thank you so much for taking the time to allow me to ask you some questions about your modeling career.
Thank you for inviting me. It's another opportunity. When I answer the questions, I actually find out more about myself. That's what I like about interviews.
Okay, awesome. So let's start from the beginning. So where are you from?
So I'm from the south part of Russia. It's a big country, we know. So it calls Dagestan. And I left that part of Russia many, many years ago. So before United States, I lived 11 years in Dubai. And I came here when the COVID started, so it's 2021. Like it's 3 years, 3 years
Oh,
here, 11 years in Dubai, and before that, Russia. Yeah,
wow.
I had
Let
like
me let me put
a
that
journey
down.
and
3 years in the US and 11
a
in
lot of experience.
Yes. So, what was your passion when you was a little girl? What did you see yourself doing?
Uh, it's more like when I asked my mom, the main thing that I was doing, like while everybody else were like playing dolls and stuff, I was mostly hanging out with, like, I'm talking about like really childhood, like when I was like 3, 4, or 5 years old. I was hanging out more with the boys and playing the boys' games. So it's a part of me. But once I switched to the dolls, like with Barbies, my main thing was that I was dressing them up. Like I was making clothes for my doll, not only my dolls, like the dolls of my sisters, everybody around. My mom was like, sometimes I just move the chair and look at the curtains, and you would just cut the flower out of the curtains and put it on the flower, like the dress of your Barbie. So that was my like thing that I was literally doing. And then another thing, the shows. I took my mom's clothes and I was doing the runaway shows for my mom. and my mom
Really?
and I really enjoyed the fact that my mom was letting me do this. Like, it's a mess. You take all the clothes, you try them on, you make all this crazy stuff. My little sister was joining me. I was dressing her up. So, and my mom was letting us do this all mess and watch and laugh the shows that we were making for her.
You say
So,
your mom loved the shows that you were making for her?
yes, we were like doing the walks for her.
That is
Little big girl.
awesome. Okay, so you had passion for fashion at a young age, and we're going to talk about your fashion styling career a little bit later. So I was going to ask you, how did you enter the modeling industry? But it sounds like you started very young on your mom's runway.
Oh,
But
yeah.
when did you enter the professional world of modeling? How did that happen?
I'll tell you this story. Like, okay, I'm like 5'11", like model. I'm very tall. You've seen me once. So, and when I was growing in school, I was always like one of the tallest girls. And all the tall girls who listens right now, the interview, they know. If you tall people, like they know you, they remember, they see you. And even if you don't think about modeling career, it comes to you. Like people say things, people ask, are you modeling? People say you should be model. It's just like whole universe around would be like just chasing you, and everybody would ask this question. You at least you try once, like. So this is how it happened. I was still at school, and like I was 14 years old. So, and the teacher, she came to English teacher, by the way. She came to me and she said, Albina, do you understand you like you she was always saying to me, go, 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 but I never went. So once she just came to the class, she said, everybody leaving today. Was that like she took my hand and she went for casting with me.
That's
Meanwhile,
how passionate, Albina,
yeah,
that's how
she's just like
passionate.
you. She's like, you have to be like, you have to try, you have to start. You look like a model. Like there is she's like, why your mom doesn't do the, like, it's obvious that you're gonna be a model. She's like, she just like pushing in, like saying this to me every time. But I was a kid, like I was playing my games, studying at school. So we went together. And what was obvious that out of 50 people, the age, like the one who was like doing there was like a competition, like for our republic, the South Russian Republic. So she went out, she said, oh my, like she's like, okay, the casting is over. She came to me. I was like literally girl with the ponytail, with some, my sweater had the it's like I wasn't dressed, I didn't even have a high heels at that time. So, and the girls came like a beauty queens,
Yeah,
I
they
went
were ready.
out.
Yes.
So yes, and I was feeling like awkward and stuff. I don't know how to walk. I never walked on like never walked on the heels that you should understand because I'm tall. So I didn't really walk on the heels in my age. So this whoever organized it, she went out, and she said, like, everybody leaving. He pointed at me. He said, "This girl standing, and just get me back up for her." In that moment, being a girl, I was like, how does this work? Like, I asked my teachers, like, is it you're like somebody who or something? Like, he's like, no, we just came for the casting. And it kind of told me like, and when you're growing tall and skinny, you have this like people bullying you sometimes,
Yes.
all
Yes.
this stuff. You kind of don't know the beauty, you don't know the standards.
Hmm.
And in that moment, something clicked in my head. I'm like, how
Okay.
is like she didn't even like I didn't even do the casting. She just got tired and she just went. She looked at all of us and she just said she's like going and she's gonna come from me with Moscow. Moscow, it's the capital of Russia. She's like, do with her the local beauty, what do you call it, content, like and then she gonna definitely win, like look at her, she gonna come with me to Moscow. And this is, as for the girl for 14 years old, it was like I just came back home, I looked at myself a bit differently, and I was like even expecting something
Wow.
weird out of this. I was like, mom. So, and then the training starts. So they took me, they start teaching me how to walk. I first time went to do some fitness in my life. I was doing volleyball, of course, like as a tall girl. But I mean, I took it serious, and the journey started. The journey started.
Wow. You know what I like about the story, Albina, is like it's almost same with me. When before I started modeling, I wasn't as confident in my beauty because I was tall. My
I didn't even know.
posture was, posture was a little down. And then when I started
Yes, yes,
modeling,
this was so
yes,
bad. This was like literally my shoulders were like growing this way.
yes,
I was
yes.
I wanted, because I was like studying very good at school. I wanted to sit in front and listen to my teacher, but they never let me sit in front. They were always pulling me back. And at the back, you get all kind of like gossips and
Yeah,
stuff. And
distractions.
you lose the passions to study as well. Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. So I love the transformation and the confirmation that you received that this is, this is my space. So they begin training you, and then from the point that they train you, when do you do your first show? What does that
That
look like?
happened so fast. Like literally, I was like, I feel like that time was as like out of movie, like seriously. It's like you studying somewhere in the south of Russia, not even knowing that you like can be like a beauty, winning the beauty contest. It happened like this. They made all these formal things that has to happen. I fly to Moscow. In Moscow, I was like a princess living like in the center, having my driver because they sent with my mom. They were taking care of me, so I couldn't fly by myself. I was still 14 years old. Like you have to be at least 16, in Russia. Here, even I guess more 21, right? So and so they were like taking care of me, and whatever was happening so fast. I was like, and even in Moscow, I'll tell you another step when I realized that like probably I'm a pretty girl, probably. Like when I realized when I came to Moscow, and Russian girls. I'm not Russian, yeah. So I'm from South, and there is like a Caucasian people, Muslim people living. So, but Russian girls know in whole world that they're like one of the most beautiful girls, right? So, and when I came there, there's like all these blondes with light hair, like the beautiful girls, and the castings there, I was always picked up like one, two, three, one, two, three out of like 20 girls. And then I was like, wait a second, like for the girl who was like growing somewhere, nobody was saying that like about nobody was talking about my beauty. Back in my country, is my republic, it's even beauty is with girls with the big faces, a bit chubby, you know, like I'm a Latina sexy style. So and there was like a confirmation that in this industry, like I belong to, like this is where your beauty standards are appreciated. And like they, you know what they say in Russia, they were saying always, to be a good model those days, like they were saying to be a model it's good to be skinny and tall, but if you have face, go. So it's like you can be ugly, but you tall and skinny, it's already good. But if you are pretty on the face, then that's it, you like you winning. And that's why everything went so fast, like all these contents, all the works and stuff.
So let me ask you, Albina, just so I can make sure I'm understanding. When you say if you have face, so they're saying if you have a beautiful face, but you may
Mhm.
not be as skinny, is that's okay? Is that what you're saying?
Those days when I was, the standards were different. Even the walk of the girls were different. Like we were walking differently than now. Like they visioned everything. And like now I don't know how what's happening in Moscow. I don't live there for a long time. Yeah. So like for 15, 16 years. Yeah. So those days it was very sharp. The height, if you are not tall enough, you not, there was no influence, there was no Instagram in those days.
Yes, 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 yes,
There
yes,
were
yes.
only these standards, and if you are not like, let's say the minimum of those days were like really short girls considered, um I don't know in inches and centimeters, were 172, so it's probably like 5 and 7.
5'6", or five
Yeah, that
seven.
was considering like a really small. They were like bullying them in modelings. You know, they were
Yes.
super small. They want
Mm-hmm.
to be super
Mm-hmm.
like good in something else to be like 170 to like 5'6", 5'7".
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you blossom immediately. The industry loves you immediately. You have an agent. Who are some of the brands that you're working for, and then how do you get to Dubai?
So there I was working with like local, like in Moscow, I was working with the local brands. But I will tell you here, returning my story to the way that I left the career in my
You
first.
left the career.
I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Now I can actually psychologically like understand what was happening. I'm a little girl. I got a lot of fame. Like when you say, like, when I came back home, I had people like sitting, waiting for me, and like the career went so good. Um, but again, I'm talking about Russia, and then you go to the Muslim part of Dagestan. In those days, to be a model, it was a bit tricky by the culture. Like not everyone was understanding that this is like a clean business. I don't know how to say it nicely. So, but some people were modern and you getting attention, and some like mostly like the older generation were like you getting not a good reputation by being a model. Now everything changed. We're talking about something really like years ago, and I faced it, and I need to take a decision, right? And at the same time, like it was a lot of like for 14 years old, it's a lot. I'm going to get
Yes.
invited for the TV shows to talk. I got a lot of men attention because I looked not 14, I looked 18, 20 years old, like always, because we grow fast. So you getting not a normal man attention, like you understand, like for the kid, you getting
It
for the
was
woman.
you had to grow up
Yeah,
fast.
and you need to grow
Yeah.
up, you need to adapt, you need to learn all these skills. I'm still at school with a lot of contracts. I'm losing, and I'm good student at school. Like I'm like one who is like going for the gold medal. You understand? But
Yes.
I'm meeting the classes. For the child for 14 years old was a lot, you know. So it was really a
Yes.
lot. And
Yes.
when I realized that I'm not comfortable to do this in south of Russia, in Dagestan, by this reputation thing, and then when you want a big brands, of course, you want to go to Moscow. You understand? So, and I got a lot of invitation and attention there. So I'm kind of moving there, missing school. Um my agency even was ready to pay my university entry. Like, you understand, they were interested in me. And I need to sign contracts, and I'm scared to do anything because you understand, 14 years old is kind of this moment when you, as a child, like you're finishing school and you're
Mm-hmm.
stepping into university, you need to take
Mm-hmm.
these decisions. Plus the career that's starting like without even like, you didn't plan it, it's just starting now.
Yes.
So
Yes.
early. And then I think what made me like really leave this market when I went to Moscow, the business really kind of those days was a bit dirty. Like for the lead, I know how to manage this stuff now. I started getting a lot of weird offers, attention that I couldn't handle in that age. Now I know exactly what to say, how to behave, and it's even understand why it's happening. It's like a like I see it differently. When you're a child, you like plus I have like, when my family is Muslim, you have that background of a bit like family growing you a different way, So, and when you get this attention from men and stuff, you don't know how to face it. I kind of freak out. Let's say it this way. Yeah, I freaked out. I freaked out, and I just decided that I want to. Okay, the level that I reached, it was this. I was having a driver. I couldn't see my relatives as much as I want because I was like get busy so much with my contra, like with my job and stuff. I miss my school. I miss my mom. I want to. The career got like
That's
it.
a lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot for
And then I
14.
asked my driver to drive me to my relatives who live in Moscow. He said, "Okay, Saturday from 6:30 to 7:30, I'm gonna drive you there. You're gonna spend time with your relatives, and I'm gonna wait for you under the building. And I have a contract. I signed responsibility for you. You cannot even use metro. You cannot use because it's danger. No, if something happens to you. So if you like some boy, you cannot date him because it's like you don't have time for that. They're worrying that something happened to you. Like if you want to just walk. When I went down to buy something in the market just to eat. And I love to eat. Until now, I'm eating anything. I'm blessed with that. I'm eating anything I want. So I was really punished for that. So that I bought and I ate something wrong. Oh, like, too much happening. Like it's became like a real thing. And I was like, I want to be a normal girl, go to normal university, do my normal things. I don't need it. So I just literally quit. My agent never forgave me. She said, "You don't understand that you met the right people in the right time and you could have been a star." And you just, and I listened to my heart all my life. So I understood that maybe I'll get back to this later in my life, but I'm not ready for all of this now. And I actually went to another city where my father lived. So just to, because I knew that back in South, I already have attention too much. So it
Got
would come to
you.
me again. So I entered
Wow.
university and I finished my 5 years university
Albina.
without any modeling
Oh
and
my
enjoying a
gosh.
simple like student, like the most simple student life. Yeah.
Got you. And you had to move to your father's area so that you can
Yes.
have to
Just to
deal with the
come.
reputation. Okay, so you finish university, and do you decide you're going to major in something different, or you tell yourself now is the time for me to go back? What happens?
When I finished university, I felt like I still have that passion to production, to make beauty stuff, from my
Mhm.
childhood. Like I have attraction to this. I was scared to go back to modeling. I don't know. I had this, but I started learning makeup. I did couple of
Oh,
wardrobe assistant stuff. Like I kind of like, was attracted in Moscow and stuff. But then immediately when I realized, I checked around the Russian market. I realized I wanted, because I traveled a lot though. I traveled to Europe, I traveled to Middle East. I traveled like by my 19 years old, 2021, I really traveled a lot and I've seen the world. And then I decided that I really fell in love with Dubai, like in a way that it's a very young country and there's a lot of opportunities in comparison with Moscow. That, this when the older city, the less opportunities you have because it's just like all the works, everything they go to the people who they know, to the daughters, to the relative. I don't know how to say it right in English, but when it's a new city, like you have more opportunities to get in good places if you're hardworking and you really show yourself. So this is how I packed my little bag, and I, at 21 years old, Albina, went to Dubai.
By
Yes,
yourself, Albina?
myself. I didn't know anyone. I just went there and I tried myself. I said to myself, what's wrong? What's the worst can happen? Not that I cannot reach anything. I take the same bag and go back home. Like, and I have like my family, thanks God, everything is good. Like it's not like I'm like don't have any
Stranded.
in my
Yeah.
country. Yeah. So
Hmm.
I tried my. It wasn't like easy, of course. Any moves like when I moved to the United States, it wasn't easy. When it's a challenge, but in that challenge you grow so fast. Like, you grow, you're really like going bum 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 bum. Anytime you move to any country, um, you really like you're learning a lot. You're changing a lot.
So you started doing makeup and fashion styling. Is that when your
When I
fashion
came to Dubai,
styling
yes.
career?
You know, when you come to the new country, the city, and if you like providing yourself, like you earning your own money, so you start like doing many things to find where is your niche, like what do you have to do. So I did makeup there, I did wardrobe styling there, I did modeling there. Like I remember first commercials there. I went to a couple of agencies. I will tell you right now, why did I choose not modeling there? Modeling was easy for me. Like I come, I do commercials. I actually was paying my rent with my modeling stuff. And Dubai paid a lot of money for that. So for me, it was like one job, you can already pay your rent, you understand? So in those days, I understood that I need like visa. I need, you know, when you move to another country, there's a lot of expenses. And the most that I was getting, it's from wardrobe styling, especially commercials. You know, commercials always
Mm.
paid well.
Hmm.
And I got in that business. I started earning a lot of money. And I love to do that as well. You know, I was dressing dolls. Like I really like that too. So I was the one who was dressing models all my like 10 years. So modeling was still there, but at some point I became very famous in Dubai by wardrobe stylist. Like if somebody watching will see, they know Albina G. So if you say wardrobe stylist Albina G, everybody knows in
Wow.
Dubai who I am. I had a team of assistants working for me. I still have a storage of the wardrobe in Dubai. I didn't sell it yet. So I built really strong business there. But modeling always was around you, and like you couldn't escape. I will tell you one funny story. When sometimes when I come on set, the director would be screaming like, "Why the model is not ready yet?" And everybody, model is ready, and he's screaming, yelling, and then at some point he comes to me, and I'm coming on set like this ponytail, no makeup, with like leggings. I'm a wardrobe style, you know. I do
Yeah.
my hangers and bags, and so, and he would be like, "What is that? Where's the makeup?" I'm like, "I'm not a model. I'm a wardrobe stylist." And
Yeah.
this confusion was all over. Sometimes they pay me more that I would act. It again. You see, it always were like you can't just stop. Any place you go, everybody's like, "Are you a model? Are you a model?" You're like, "No, I'm a wardrobe stylist," and it's chase
Mhm.
you. It's all life, and then I had eventually to go back to that. It's
I hear you. I hear you. So one of the things, okay, you became well known as a wardrobe stylist in Dubai. What are some tips that you can give? Because I like when you said, if you go to a new place and you have good work ethic and show who you are, you're able to make it. So, you know, we have a lot of young students. Like, is there any tips that you can give in terms of work ethic or, you know, a way for them to have some good tips on how to break through and have good
I
work
love
ethic?
it. I love how you connected this. And I love the fact that I worked so many years in production, because being in front of the camera and being behind of the camera, it's two different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I learned so like through my life, through all experience being like right now as a model, when I come on set, I know exactly what the director wants from me, what the wardrobe stylists want from me, what the light people want from me, what the catering wants from me. Like it's amazing, because no misunderstanding anymore. And this is what I can tell like the models here. It's like try, of course, like this is unique, right? When you have all kind of experience from, I worked in production as well. but I know that we all selfish, like in some way, right? Me, you, we all think first about ourselves. But if you really want to, at least maybe from the beginning, think about, think not you, think team, like a teamwork. When you complain about something, think twice. People don't like when you complain. Sometimes I remember when I became in 10 years friends with my producers and stuff that comes all around the world, Australia, Lebanon, United States, from all around. And I was like, why do you like hire me all the time? Like, am I like the best stylist in the whole world? No, come on, like tell me. He told me something that stuck in my head and helps me right now, even in modeling. He was like, you are being a problem solver, not maker. Like, you don't come to me with the problems. And me as a producer, I don't want a problem. I don't want to hear, like, because I have so many problems. He's a producer, right? He's organizing all of us. Come with the solutions. Come with, it's the same two models. If less you drama, less you problem solve, like more you problem solver, then everybody welcome you anywhere. Like what any job that you do, actually, it applies for anything, right? For wardrobe stylist, for makeup artist, for model. And another thing, sometimes I hear people complaining about how do you get jobs, how this, because I was freelancing. I never worked for agency as a wardrobe stylist.
You freelance the whole time. You never work for someone.
And never work with agency. And okay, I will go to this, that I learned that in United States, it's actually doesn't work this way. So every country has their rules. Here, people take you more serious when you are with the agent. So, and I recommend actually to find a good agent, email people, go knock the doors and like ask people, come in the events how we've met and check around. In Dubai, it was absolutely, if you can do this, sometimes, you know, people, they just shy to come, shy to send 1,000 emails a day. I don't know, like to remind yourself. I'm very good with this. I love people. I talk to them. I like to introduce. I know that I'm gonna deliver the best. Like I just confident with that. It wasn't always like that. I was scared when I was just like a little girl, like a 22, 23. I was scared, but I was doing. And what I learned in life, once you're scared, go there.
Do it.
Once you worry, go for this. Like, it's like a jumping from the waterfall. Like it's beautiful. Don't step back. Jump. If you don't
God,
feel scared, you're in the wrong path. Like then nothing changed. You're not growing. You scared. You like this person. You scared to go and talk to him. Push yourself. You're gonna love yourself tomorrow that you did it. When you're scared, do it. When you're not scared, you're not growing. You are not moving. You are not like nothing happening. Don't just be in that comfort zone and don't move in life. It's like you're not growing there, and your salary doesn't grow as well. So yes, and emails, don't be shy to remind yourself. Like I learned, you know, I was from that family, from the background, when I don't want to bother people, I was shy to approach and stuff. Dubai and United States taught me that some, like when I became that stylist, big stylist, who was other assistants trying to reach me, I learned something. I'm sitting with the phone and I have like a 15, 20 girls sending me messages saying, can I work with you? And then I have another 5 girls who are shy to tell me about this. And I'm on the project, I need extra hands. And then she reminding me, Albina, hi, I'm right now like available. I have a car, like whatever, like should be, or model. How you can nicely remind about yourself. You send a mail, here my updated headshots, here is my, I don't know, digitals. Like, don't be shy because agent looking for us. Wardrobe stylist working for the assistants in a nice way, not in an annoying way, in a nice way in the email or maybe like but don't just say show like updated portfolio, new photos, available dates. You are in the city. Like I came to New York Fashion Week. I'm like, hi, I'm here. I'm gonna be here these dates. Maybe they're looking for someone like me or like you right in that moment. So don't be shy. Don't. We need to break it. We need to crack it. This we need to remind people that we are here, that we are ready to work.
that's wonderful. You gave us some good pearls of wisdom. Excellent pearls of wisdom. Excellent pearls of wisdom. Be a problem solver, not a problem maker.
Hmm.
Don't be shy. Network,
Hmm.
follow up with people. And if you're not scared, you're in the wrong place.
Yes.
You have to remain challenged
Feel
so
like
that
when
you
you
can
say
grow.
blush, if you feel the blush, you will scared to do this. This is the go go go. You need to do this.
Okay, so you get to the United States 3 years ago, and what made you make that move and that decision?
Yeah, I'm really trying to say shortly about my life because so many things happens. I probably know that we have some limited time, so I will try to say it shortly. So it wasn't my decision. Like I didn't want to move to United States. I really love my life, my work, and the country that I live in. I was living in Dubai. So when I moved here, it was COVID time.
COVID, yes.
COVID, yes. And my husband asked me to be closer to his mom in that difficult days for the whole world. And we kind of like got locked down here, and then we spent time. Like I literally came with a small bag. I thought I'm gonna live in 2 3 months. And I'll tell you right now why it was difficult for me, because the difficult people experience when they move to another countries, it's something that I already experienced before in my life, right? So I got used to this. I didn't have a depression or something because of this, because I know the rule. You need 2 years. This is the rule, guys. If you're moving to another country, city, average, you need 2 years to feel comfortable in a new place. Whatever you feel first year and second, that's whole adaptation, like your tears, you're like anyone who closing the door on you, or you're not finding friends, or you don't like, I don't know, the weather or the food that you're buying in the grocery shop. It's all adaptation. 2 years you're gonna feel how everything goes like boom up. So this is like an average. Of course everybody has different, but like an average 2 years you getting closer to local um, feeling that and closer to the question. So I moved here, and then this is another step. Maybe there's like mom's models. And yes, I got pregnant, and I decided to deliver baby, and I decided to do it in United States. But I lived in Vegas at that moment, and compromise for my husband was, if you want me to stay in United States, it has to be Miami. I just fall in love with this city. Like I really like I didn't know about modeling. I understand that New York probably better for modeling career, especially for the tall girls. Uh, I like warm countries. So Dubai, Miami. And I moved here, and I don't regret in a way that family, child, all of this, and how I went back to the modeling. First thing, thanks God, I was in shape in 1 year. So I already in 1 year after
Yes.
delivery, I was slaying 36 shows in SLS for the Miami Swim Week that you have to like 36 shows SLS Miami Swim after 1 year with the breastfeeding baby. So
Yes, that's
and I
okay.
what I
Hmm.
like about modeling this is the thing that there is a lot of flexibility. Like you can kind of adjust your timing, how much work you want to take. And this is a track. Oh, sorry.
When you were talking about Swim Week, I wanted to pull up some of your pictures from Swim
Oh,
Week.
thank
Yes.
you. Yeah.
So you all, this is Albina modeling for Swim Week. Is that right? Am I pulling up the
Yes,
right
no,
pictures?
that's the yes, this is when I actually made this website. Yeah, this was the whole photos from and I
Amazing.
want to thank people who actually I start working in production for them, for Mo, for Danae, for Arnell. I'm talking about people who works in Miami Swimming production. And these people, they just one more time reminded me uh, how beautiful I am and that I look amazing. And they said to me that it's fine, you can still work production with us, but like we can't just see you like only next to us. You need to go on the stage and perform. And they kind of they support me a lot. They support me a lot, and my husband. So this all made like I didn't think about this myself. It's people like I was, if somebody were like, I sometimes I hear models saying that somebody was saying that they cannot, people are saying bad things around them. Opposite in my side, I had the right people around me who actually pushed me and they support me. And right now I'm already 3 years here and doing this. So, and I'm like really grateful for these people. And the model who I've met, very like, I don't know, the market is very friendly to me, Miami market. Sometimes I do fly to New York and I do New York Fashion Week, and I feel how I'm losing opportunities there. But again, I'm a mother right now, and I cried a bit. I cried a bit about like because as a mother, we in some point has to like put the priorities, what's more
Yeah,
important.
you have to put yourself second sometimes.
And
Yeah.
yes, I got myself like a bit of time to think and prioritize, and I realized that okay, I can still do it. I have supportive husband. My mom came to me finally a month ago here. So again, who believes in
Okay.
the universe and the thoughts, like I do believe all this. So you kind of, even as a mom, it's not the end of the world, girls. There is a people who will support you. There are friends who will support you. There's your family, and you can still do it in a way. What's beauty about our modeling profession? It's flexible. Maybe you're not gonna do that 100% that the young girl, no, like not even young, like the one who is has no family, no, so kids. I mean, so but the support will come. Like once you start doing it, yes, it's not going to be easy. You need to multitask, but it's gonna happen. It can happen. So
Awesome. And then I caught something that you said, Albina, that you believe in words and attracting
yeah,
the things you want to yourself. So you got your mom, through your thoughts and trying to figure out how to make this happen.
well, mom
You
wasn't from the day one, right? So it was 3 years without her. So I was with the baby, with my husband, no nannies. So we were doing it. So, but again, you need some support, like from husband, maybe from um, and a lot of people, friends, and I was surprised sometimes how just people who became my friends, they were like ready to help. Like while I'm doing photo shoot, they sit with baby and stuff. It's just in this moment, like when you see mothers, you don't understand how grateful we are. Like this is for us everything. When we can step and do something for ourselves, just step out of the house sometimes and have a coffee, just in a peaceful 20-30 minutes. I mean, I'm really grateful for every person. Like without them, I couldn't do this, like for sure. Alone on myself, never. So this is the beauty of motherhood, that you clearly see who's around you. When you are not a mother, you don't see who is who, because a lot of people talk to you because of this, they like you because of this, tomorrow they don't like you. You need to really situations that gonna show who is who. When you're mother, it's like so like like a filter, like a transparency. You know who loves you, who supports you straight away by like a small gestures every day. Yeah.
Do you have an agent right now, Albina?
Um, when my mom came like a month ago, I realized that now I have more time to to do what I want, and I start looking for agent. And right now I'm in that moment when I have emails. Today I was sending and talking with a couple of agents and agencies, and I need to take a decision who I'm joining. Like because I when
Congratulations. So you have options.
I do have options, yes. And I just need to, like, when you back and forward of signing the contract, like in girls, of course, when you're signing something very carefully, yeah, you need to know, like, uh, let's go together for this, yeah. When you're signing the contract, what's the most important? Are you signing the mother agency? Are you signing exclusive or non-exclusive? Should we explain this? Or I think
Yes,
everybody
explain. Can
should
you
know.
explain it to them? Can you explain?
Non-exclusive, and when you can work, you can still do your freelance job, you can work with other agencies and stuff, so it's give you much more freedom in your
Mhm.
career. And exclusive, when you belong, when you already signed, like any job that you do, you kind of respectfully have to discuss with your mother agency. And of course, if you work for somebody else, you still need to pay percentage for your. So you kind of have you're committing yourself, and it depends what kind of agency. Sometimes you sign again. Another thing, how many years you signing to? Yeah, the big agencies they ask them 5 up to 5 years. Small agencies it can be like a 1 year,
Oh,
and
2 years.
conditions read either you're signing for the state. Let's say I live in Florida. Are you signing for the whole country for United States? Are you signing for international? All of these. Maybe in the moment when you're signing, you're happy and excited, but you need to, like in 5 years, a lot of things can change. You might want to move to another country, or you want to go to another market. And this is serious thing. You have to pay 20, 30, sometimes percent to the agency. And of course, make some research, ask other models, how, like, do they get jobs? Sometimes I was thinking, okay, you're gonna go for the nice name agency, and then you sit without any work. Like you need to make this research. What is important for you? The most important, yeah, right. So you want to be just with a name, or maybe it's something that you're looking for, right? Or you want to get a lot of work. In this case, I kind of, when you talk to agent, you see in her eyes. If she fall in love with you and she want to sell you, you will feel it. And if it's just a formality, like, and you feel like you are the one who pushing, or through the connections or yourself, it might not end where you want to be. It actually might end up that you're sitting at home and not working. That's disaster. That's not good. That's not what we want, right?
We don't
Yeah.
want that at all. We want to be working.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, shoot. Because this is supposed to be 30 minutes. We're at 48
Yeah, that's,
minutes
I was
now.
like,
So
I tried to short and
no,
move
but you
it
gave us a lot of great
out.
information. So you all, just to kind of summarize what Albina was talking about earlier, your contracts, your mother agency, exclusive versus non-exclusive. Non-exclusive, you can work with as many opportunities, freelance, multiple agents. When it's exclusive, you're with that specific agent and you have to go through that agent for every job that you get. As Albina said, you have to discuss, if someone approaches you, your agent is the one that is going to negotiate that for you. And
Yeah.
then when it comes to the region, right, that they're representing,
Yeah.
it can be state, it can be a particular region.
Mhm.
What else did she mention in that? So yeah, those are things. And then the commission, I'm used to 20%. Albina said 30. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes people getting 20, 30 different, yeah, different conditions. You look, you watch, you read, you translate if it's not your language. It's very easy with like you have to read. And if somebody pushing you to sign straight in the office straight away, this is the
Yeah,
thing
that's not.
about this. Email, everything email. Come, go back home. Ask your friends if you don't speak that language. Translate it. Google Translate it. Like, be careful what you're saying. Yes, and maybe another thing, when I talk about my modeling from 14 years old and stuff, we know that any profession, everything, like you need to be in and train, because everything trends changing, like clothes, the way how you walk, the way how you pose, everything changed. So you can actually consider me. I moved to another country, right? In another country, there are different rules. I'm learning, like, let's say from the scratch. 3 years ago, I came here and I took very slow. I didn't take it fast. I took it very slow with the baby. While baby growing, I start getting more time, right? So I'm actually like new person here. And even you see, you asked me, like, did you get to agency? It took me some time by freeing my own time and availability. And another thing, to move it from my head that in this country being a freelancer, it's not the same as being freelancer in, let's say, in Dubai. So it took me 2 years to remove it from my head. I wasn't understanding when I was coming to the castings, and when they were like, okay, what agency you with? And I'm like, I'm freelancer. And you feel like people don't take you serious anymore after this sentence. And you're like, what happened? And then I thought I'm gonna get better paid, like that I can get whole like
All the
rate.
money? Yes.
No, they don't even pay you what they pay to agencies. So that's why I really need time to adjust it and realize that I'm not freelance anymore. And I had to stick to someone. And I'm right now in that condition when I got more time and full realization that I have to have a good agent who's interested in me. And same, I probably advise to you as well as a beginner.
Well, Albina, it has been such a pleasure and such an honor to interview you. You refreshed my mind with so many things because I just got back to Miami. I've been gone from Miami for 20 years. I grew up here, but then I left. Yeah, and I went to university, in another place, and I'm just getting back. So when you said it takes 2 years to adjust, that kind of
Okay,
helped
you
me.
lived here. You lived here, so it's
I
gonna.
know I lived here, but I'm going to give myself 1 year. I'm going to cut it in half because
Yeah.
I've been gone for 20 years.
People
And
could hear that you're back.
you say what now?
The people who you worked with, they
Yeah.
should know, should hear that you're back. That's really
Yes.
important.
Yes. Yes. So I appreciate all the advice that you gave us. And students, you can follow Albina at, let's pull up her Instagram so that you all can follow her. And Albina is so cool. She's awesome. I'm sure if you all have any questions, you can send her a DM. Is that right, Albina? They can send you a
We can
DM
end up
message.
doing the work together.
You said, and what work together?
We can end up doing like work
Yes.
together.
So these are actually some clips of Albina recently at New York Fashion Week.
Yeah. I love New York Fashion Week. The vibe, there's nothing similar in like anywhere in the world.
Yes, it's
That's
an awesome vibe.
I love it. Trying.
Love it. Yes.
Yay.
I love the way you pose too, Albina. Okay.
Um,
All right. So, Albina, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate interviewing you today. You all, thank you for tuning in to another edition of Model Talk Tuesdays. And Albina, anything you want to close us out with before we leave? Anything that you want to close us out with? A pearl of wisdom or?
honestly, I look at you right now. Listen, I want to see you more often, like in the industry, like in events and stuff. And yes, every girl, like the girls who is watching and they just need extra support, or I don't like advise people think honestly, but if they just want to discuss something or like they always welcome my Instagram page. So
Okay. And I
yeah.
am going to honor that request. You are going to see me at more industry events, and I am going to be reaching out to you so that I can have a coffee with you and so that we can hang out. Okay. All right, Albina. Thank you. You have a wonderful evening.
You so much, Pearl. Thank you for what you're doing to all of us. Seriously, for me too. I love. As I started this interview, more I talk, more I get the right questions, and you are really following up and asking the right questions. More you I know about myself. Like it's after interview, I would like have another 10-15 minutes of thought of like what came out, what memories came out to my head. I love doing this, and you
That's
ask the right questions.
oh, thank you. I'm glad I was able to serve you in that way. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, love. I will see you soon.
See you.